Hello guys, welcome to Random Fandom. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play PUBG Mobile but with a smoother frame rate on a lower end device or a old device. So what I'm using right now is my Samsung Galaxy S5 Sport. You've probably seen the video that I made months ago about it, if it's like worth getting. And yeah, if you got one, then here's how you can play PUBG Mobile with a smoother frame rate. So first off, you'll need to root the device, and for that you should go to XDA. They have an app on the Play Store if you want to get the XDA app, and then you can log in if you after you create an account. And then you can click on my device and it will tell you what you have normally. But right now it's not detecting the correct one, but usually it'll get it. And then you'll have links to the forums, and then you might find different ROMs with different model numbers, so you need to be sure to get the specific one. So go into settings, about phone, and then there's the device model. Also, depending on what carrier you have, you might be able to root your phone or you might not. If you have Verizon in the US, then there's a huge chance that you might not be able to root your phone. That's why you don't buy phones from carriers. Instead, try to buy them unlocked unless you're getting a phone from a carrier that you do know that you can root. So, but yeah. So then after you find out what device you have and all, you can then go to a forum page and it will look like this, and there will be instructions on how to install a ROM or whatever. So like, there's me asking something about this ROM. This one is actively developed, but some ROMs are older and some are newer. Some may have development cut off, that way they can support the newer one. But yeah, and also with a ROM, you might experience issues with some things, but normally those things can get smoothened out. But yeah, there's a XDA Labs. It's basically the same app that I'm using right now, but it has no ads and all. And you can install that directly from XDA's website. But when you go to install a ROM, you'll also need normally a custom recovery, which you'll be probably using TWRP for that. So you need TWRP for your own device, and then the ROM. Plus, if you want the Play Store, you go to opengapps.org, I think, and you can download G-apps from there and flash them to your phone from easing the recovery. It is also advised that you make a backup and all, but all the details and stuff can be found on XDA. So right now I'm using Lineage OS, and it's set so it's rooted and all. So now all I need to do is open up the Play Store, and you'll want the app called GL Tools. This is a paid app. It's not very expensive and all, and it allows you to tweak the graphics on your phone. The next app you want is Dpi Changer. It's actually easy Dpi Changer root, but you want this app. Then after all that is downloaded, and you also have PUBG downloaded, you want to open up Easy Dpi Changer and change the DPI, like if you're using an S5, change it to 200 and then change the resolution to 540 by 960. So that's like half of 1080p HD. So it should scale perfectly with the 16:9 aspect ratio this phone uses. And then you want to apply that. As an extra bonus, you can go to settings and you can flip the reset after change and checking methods and turn those off. And if you want it to be set after you turn on the phone every time, you put in the options there, and that would do that for you. So that's easy DPI changer. After that, you want to go to GL tools, and when it opens up, you'll either have to install manually with recovery, or you can do it without the recovery and just use root permission. I do it with the recovery, turn off the phone, reboot the phone, and then when you open it up, you'll get this menu after you've done that. So when you start, you select the plugin, which is going to be the second one, not the one that says this plugin does nothing, and then you flash the GL tools package with the recovery. Then when you turn your phone back on, you get this. You can go to the default system wide, and what I normally do is I'll set optimize GLSL shaders, scroll on down to the half float Adreno texture hack, and those are the two options that I check for default system wide. Don't check anything else. Then you go to PUBG Mobile, enable custom settings, then in here turn off anti-aliasing, and then go to optimize GLSL shaders, scroll on down. If you want an FPS counter, you can have that turned on to on screen, and you can set the location of it, and you can scroll on down to the half float texture hack and turn that on, and that's all you need to change. Then after you're done, you can close out of that, and then you can go into PUBG Mobile. I'll go ahead and close out the settings and stuff now. Make sure everything's good to go. That's enabled. Our Framerate Counter is on screen. This is set so that it will refresh every second 4 times, so I'll go ahead and change that and make it so it changes faster. There we go. So 10 times every second. Now I'll go back to PUBG. But yeah, used to with this phone, I could play PUBG. It'd be lower settings, of course, and by the end of a match, it'd be lagging pretty well. Here with this, it takes out the lag spikes. It's much more smoother, and also it doesn't overheat as much. And actually, I'm charging my phone even, so it's really good there. Which charging your phone generates heat. But yeah, you can see the frame rate counter, and loading might take a little bit. We're now in, and we'll go ahead and we'll go to the training room. This is a good place to go if you don't know about it. You can test out all the different weapons and stuff. There it is. I'll go go ahead and grab my favorite stuff. I usually like to have the M416 SKS. Those are two of the best guns in this game. Of course, carry the biggest backpack you can. The frying pan. When you're over here, pick up the extended quick draw for the snipers and the ARs. Onto the next table, get the compensator. Always compensator, that's the best attachment. And then you want the keypad for the sniper and the stock for the full 16. And then under here, I like half grip. That's probably my favorite one. It reduces recoil, increases recoil recovery, so the gun, after you fire it goes up. With the increased recoil recovery, it'll go back down after it goes up much quicker at the cost of less stability when firing. So that is when you're continued firing. Typically use semi-automatic. It's far more accurate. You've probably seen that video, if you haven't, of where I show you how to win PUBG. That is how you get more accurate and get more kills quicker and easier. Times 6 times. There we go. And as for pistols, I use typically either the 7.62 pistol. So we're going back to the 7.62 pistol. Or a 45. I mean, I don't really have a particular favorite for pistols. So that's alright. Yeah, with the 7.62, it uses 7.62 ammo. And it's one of those farther shooting pistols, I would think. Since it's using that rifle caliber round. But as you can see, aiming is pretty smooth. Switch to the sniper. And yeah, you can see like there's a little color glitch. But that's alright. It's nothing big. But actually, it's kind of cool looking in my opinion. You get that rainbow colored scope. Your opponents won't see it. It just affects you. As you can see, I have a pretty easy time taking out those targets over there at 300 meters. And it's easy piece of cake. Even those moving targets at varying ranges. And it's gone. But yeah. Pretty easy. Fired a whole bunch of rounds just so you can see what It's like I got that half thing, yep, the half grip. I'll put that on here. And you can see the scope turns a bit now. It's less stable. And if you take it off, it doesn't turn as much. To see that it's a little bit quicker coming down with it on, so which makes it easier for you to do your follow-up shot to kill the guy. Yeah, it's pretty normal for this game to have a frame rate that fluctuates a little bit, and that's alright. So now we're on a motorcycle and we're just gonna go for a ride. So you can see what it's like when we're moving at fast speed. Let's start crawling through the brush. And as you can see, everything is looking fine. Still pretty smooth. Smooth and you turn around quickly so you can shoot that person who's behind you. It's nice and fairly smooth. Now let's show you my graphics options. We're still not turning up the graphics, and that's perfectly fine. We've disabled the auto adjust. With the frame rate, we happen to have it set to medium instead of low this time around. So pretty smooth when shooting. Yeah. When you see your frame rate dip to like below 20, and then it just goes right back up. As you can see, like full auto is just not the best. Your waste of bullets. There you go, single. That is PUBG Mobile running on an old phone. Smooth. And the game still looks perfectly fine at the lower resolution. I mean, you can still see the people. You can still see targets at long range. But alright, if you liked this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also, I have a new merchandise line. There will be links in the description where you can buy Random Fandom t-shirts. Right now, I have this Supreme Random Fandom lineup out. You can get cases, shirts, even bandanas for your dog. You can dress them up in that Random Fandom swag. And it looks great. Alright, there you have it. That's PUBG Mobile running on lower end devices or old phones smoothly. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and peace.